Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Karavavahai Tejasvinabadhi Tamastu Mavet Vishabhai. Om Shanta Shanta Shantihi. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे श्रीमहागणपतये नमः गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकम् हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம் சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா வாகர்த்தாபிவ சம்பிருக்தௌ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தயே ஜகதः பிதரௌ வந்தே பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரௌ श्री पार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः कोमलं पूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचरगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरणभ्यर्थितानपि आर्तान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽयं श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि वंशीविभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും ഇറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി ഏതീനു മന്യനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടാത്തോരു രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Okay, so looks like we don't have anyone joining today despite the poll. But since we just started, what we'll do is we'll just finish the 4 stanzas of Dashakam 6 and then we can end the class today and then continue in the next Sunday. So we'll take about 20 minutes. We'll just finish the next 4 stanzas. I know it was a last minute change today. So, all right. Maybe Sudha, you can be student and Shreya, you can be student. We'll do the 4 stanzas. Okay, so we'll go to Dashakam 6. We'll do stanza 7 to 10. Stanza 7. पृष्ठं त्वधर्म इह देव मनःसुधांशुः अव्यक्तमेव हृदयाम्बुजमम्बुजाक्ष कुक्षः समुद्रनिवहा वसनं तु सन्ध्ये शेफः प्रजापतिरसौ वृषणौ च मित्रः. So we were beginning to see about the Virat Purusha form of Bhagavan, which is really taking everything that is there in this entire universe. And then if you lay it into a human form of Bhagavan, then how will that actually look? That is just a representation of this. So in continuing with this, the stanza 7 says that the back of yours, of that Virat Purusha, is anything which is actually inauspicious or unrighteous, because generally front is positive, back is negative. So anything that is because everything at the end of the day is part of Bhagavan. Anything which is good or bad is going to be part of him. So anything which is inauspiciousness or unrighteousness is your backside of it. Then manas sudham shuhu, your mind is the moon. So in Purusha Suktam it says, Chandrama manasojataha suryo chaksho ajayata. He says your mind is the moon. The moon is the mind of the Bhagavan. Then then everything that is actually there, which is unmanifested, so which is not yet formed, right? So those are also in you. That is in your heart, which is yet to manifest. That is in you. All the water bodies which are there everywhere is your abdomen. So essentially, this, like I said, I don't know exactly why what is what, but it just says at the end of the day, the water which is there everywhere is also part of you. Then the sandhyas, the various transition in time, in light, everything, even that is a part of you. Prishtam twadharma iha deva manaha, put is manas, sudhamshuhu, put a visarga and comma end of that line, sudhamshuhu. Next word ravyaktam becomes avyaktam. Avyaktameva hridayambujam ambujaksha, breaking at that ma. Ambujaksha means the one who has lotus petal like eyes. So which is, or any description of Bhagavan will always have that, whose eyes resemble that of a petal of a lotus. Hridayambujam ambujaksha. Kukshihi, put is kukshis samudra nivaha basanam tu sandhye, comma. Shepaha, the visarga is there, put a F to join. Shepa प्रजापतिरसौ वृषणौ च मित्रः. पृष्ठं त्वधर्म इह देव मनःसुधांशुः अव्यक्तमेव हृदयाम्बुजमम्बुजाक्ष कुक्षः समुद्रनिवहा वसनं तु सन्ध्ये शेफः प्रजापतिरसौ वृषणौ च मित्रः. Sudha, you're on mute. Sudha, you're on mute.
पृष्ठं त्वधर्म इह देव मनस सुधांशुः अव्यक्तमेव हृदयाम्बुज अम्बुजाक्ष कुशीस्तसमुद्रनिवहावसनं तु सन्धये शेष प्रजापतिरसो वृषणौ च मित्रः.
Third line, last word, sandhye.
Sandhye.
And then the fourth line is shepah.
Oh, sheep. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second, Sudha. What is that?
On the laptop, I can't hear anything.
Okay, go ahead.
Shall I do it again?
Yeah, 2 times, yeah.
Okay. पृष्ठं त्वधर्म इह देव मनःसुधांशु अव्यक्तमेव हृदयाम्बुजाम् अम्बुजाक्ष खुशी समुद्र निवहा वसनं तु सन्ध्ये शेफा प्रजापतिरसो वृष्णहो च मित्रः.
The third line, first word, is a ksha sound. K, ksha. Kukshis.
Kukshas.
Kukshis.
Kukshas, yeah. Kukshas, okay. Thank you.
Go ahead, Shreya.
Prishtam twadharma iha deva manasudhamsuhu avyaktameva hridayambujam ambujaksha kukshish samudran nivaha vasanam tu sandhye सेपः प्रजापतिरसौ वृषणौ च मित्रः पृष्ठं त्वधर्म इह देव मनस्युदांसुः अव्यक्तमेव हृदयाम्बुजम् अम्बुजाक्ष कुक्षिः समुद्रनिवः वसनं तु सन्ध्ये सेपः प्रजापतिरसौ वृषणौ च मित्रः
A fourth line, first word. Stop. Stay puff.
शेपः प्रजापतिरसौ वृषणौ च मित्रः
Such it. श्रोणीस्थलं मृगगणाः पदयोर्नखास्ते हस्त्युष्ट्रसैन्धवमुखाः गमनं तु कालः विप्रादिवर्णभवनं वदनाब्जबाहुचारूरुयुग्मचरणं करुणाम्बुदेते. So continuing the description, saying that all the big animals like elephants and all those big animals, all big animals are like the nails of your feet because the nails of the feet are like very strong. So it says all the massive animals are also part of that. Then the four varnas that we have, which is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they also all come from you, are part of you. So for those who have heard Purusha Suktam, it says Brahmanosya Mukamasit Bahu Rajanya Kritah Uru Tadasya Tadvaishyah Padbyahum Kshudro Ajayata, saying that the Brahmanas are your mouth. Why? Because the Brahmanas are supposed to know all the Vedas. They're supposed to have impart the knowledge to others. So they are coming from your face. Then the Kshatriyas are supposed to defend. So which means that they need to be strong, which means they're coming from your Bahu Rajanya Kritaha. They're coming from your arms. Then the Vaishyas come from your feet, and the Shudras come from the Vaishyas come from your thighs, Shudras come from your feet. Now, you should not interpret that as the feet is bad, right? In fact, in Dashakam 100, Bhattatri is going to say the most important part of your body, or Bhagavan, is your feet more than anything else, right? So here the interpretation here is each one according to the profession, according to the varnas, they are also part of you. So nobody is better, nobody is lower here. Everybody is equal, everybody is coming, but each one is coming from different parts of your body because of the purpose they represent. Shroni Sthalam Mrigaganaha, put a F to join, Mrigaganah, Padayor Nakhaste, put a plus, Hastyushtra Saindhava Mukhaha, add a visarga and then add a comma, Mukhaha, comma, Gamanam tu Kalaha, Vipradi Varna Bhavanam Vadanabja Bahu, put a plus, Charuru Yugma Charanam Karunam Bhudete. So the last two lines will come together. Shronisthalam Mrigagana Padayornakhaste Hastyushtrasaindhavamukaha Gamanam tu Kalaha Vipradivarna Bhavanam Vadanabjabahu Charuru Yugma Charanam Karunam Budhete.
श्रोणीस्थलं मृगगणा पदयोर्नखास्ते हस्त्युष्ट्र सैन्धवमुखा मुखा गमनं तु कालः विप्रादिवर्णभवनं वदनाब्जबाहु चारुरुयुगमचरणकरुणाम्बुधेते.
A second line, after Mukhaha, you add a visarga there if you don't have it, and then there's a comma after that.
Okay. Shroni Stalam Rigagana Padayornakhaste Hastustra Saindhava Mukha Gamanam tu Kalaha Vipradi Varna Bhavana Vadanabja Bahu Charuru Yugama Charanam Karunam Budhete.
In the second line, Saindhava Mukhaha, comma, Gamanam tu Kalaha.
हस्तयुष्ट्र सैन्धव मुखाः गमनतु कालः विप्रादिवर्ण भवनं वदनां च बाहु चारुरुयुगमचरणं करुणाम्बुधेते.
Shronisthalam Nirgana Padayornakaste Hastyushtra Saindava Mukha Mukaha Gamanam Tukalaha Vipradivarnabhavanam Vadana Jabahu Charu Yukmacharanam Karunam Budete
Fourth line. Charuru.
Charu Yukmacharanam Karunam Budete Shronistalam Mrigagana Padayornakaste Hastirshra Saindava Mukaha Gamanam Tukalaha Vipradivarna Bhavanam Vadanajjabahu Charuru Yukma Charanam Karunam Budete.
Yeah, second line after Mukaha, there is a pause. Okay, there is a comma there. Stanza 9. Samsara chakramai chakradhara kriyaste Viryam mahasura kulani shailaha Nadya sarit samudayastaravascharoma Roma Jiyadidam vapura nirvachani yamisha. Says, the chakram that you are having, the activity of the samsara, the birth, the death, everything that is there, which is a kind of cycle of time and everything, is your chakram, because that represents like a wheel. It says that the blood streams that you have inside your body, if you give Bhagavan a human form, then it has to have blood. He needs to have the veins where the bloods flow. Those are all the various rivers which are actually there. Every hair which is on your body represents some kind of vegetation which is there, saying, with this, let this form of yours always remain in me, right? So, but that when we are talking about this Purusha as part of the Purusha Suktam, which is what this is kind of talking about, this Virat Purusha, it says that the entire observable universe, which is actually there, which is the 14 levels of consciousness we talk about, is only 1/4 of the energy of Bhagavan. The 3/4 of the energy of Bhagavan always remains spiritual nature, which never manifests into anything material or anything physical that we actually see. So, and even for those who know Vishnu Sahasranamam, again it says, Antastam yasya vishwam suranara khagako bhogi gandharva daityehi chitram tam ramyate tam tribhuvanam apapusham Vishnu misham namami. The three bhuvanam, which is representing the three worlds, which is really the 14 worlds we spoke about, categorized as three. All of those three worlds, which is all of those 14 worlds, are inside you. So antaha tam, it is all inside of you, where the sura, nara, every being which is there, everything that exists in this world, in this universe, is inside of you and still only represents 1/4 of your entire energy. The entire 3/4 of your energy remains unmanifested in a spiritual form. So that is the overall description of the Virat Purusha. Samsara chakramai chakradhara kriyaste, Viryam mahasura ganosti kulani shailaha Nadyas sarit samudayas taravascha Roma, Jiyadidam. Next word, we cannot break it, so you'll have to say the whole word together. Vapura nirvachaniyamisha. Vapura nirvachaniyamisha. Samsara chakramai chakradhara kriyaste Viryam mahasura kulani shailaha Nadya sarit samudayastaravascharoma Roma Jiyadidam vapura nirvachaniyamisha.
संसार चक्रमयि चक्रधर क्रियास्ते वीर्यं महासुरगणोऽस्ति कुलानि शैलः नाड्यसरित समुदस्य तरवश्च रोम जियादिदं वपुरनिर्वचनीयमीशा.
The second line, Kulani Shailaha.
Okay. संसार चक्रमयि चक्रधर क्रियास्ते वीर्यं महासुरगणोऽस्ति कुलानि शैलः नाड्यास्तरित समुदस्य तरवच्च रोम जीयादिदं वपुरनिर्वचनीयमीशा. वपुरनिर्वचनीयमीशा, correct?
Isha, just not Sha, just Sha.
Nirviyamisha.
Nirvachaniyamisha.
Nirvachaniyamisha, yeah.
Samsara Chakra.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it niyamiya isha, or is the ma with niyam? Do you put
It's
niyam and isha?
it's not Isha, just Sha. So yes, it's Vapura Nirvachaniyam
Ah,
Isha.
okay.
Okay.
Samsara Chakramai Chakradhara Kriyaste Viryam Mahasuraгаnosti Kulani Sailaha Nadya Sarit Samudayastarabasharoma Jiyadidam Vapura Nirvachaniyamisha Samsara Chakramai Chakradhara Kriyaste Viryam Mahasuraгаnosti Kulani Shailaha Nadya Sarit Samudayastarabasharoma Jiyadidam Vapura Nirvachaniyamisha.
Stanza 10. Idrak Jaganmaya Vapustava Karma Bhajam Karma Vasana Samaye Smaraniyamahuhu Tasyantaratma Vapushe Vimalatmanete Vatalayadhipanamostu Nirundhirogan. So final thing is saying that this way, this Virat Swarupam of yours, like we said, the Virat means the 14 words. The Virat form is you give Bhagavan a human form because that's what we understand. Put everything that exists inside of him, which is a Virat form of Bhagavan, is something that one should always think about at two times. They are very specifically said. One is karma vasana samaye, at the conclusion of any puja that you do. I just came back from 5 days of Atirudram that we did in Chicago, right, and Shatachandi. And every day, after every puja, every instantiation of the puja, morning or evening, you chant the Purusha Sukta, right? And even if some priest comes to your house and does a Rudrabhishekam or does anything, they will always chant the Purusha Suktam always at the end of it. So this is just a condensation of that. So he says that is one time when you have to always think about it, because you have to always remember that everything that is there is part of Bhagavan. That's the first time. The second time you have to think about this is the karma vasana samaya, also means at the time of death, right? Because the one of the biggest takeaway in that Bhagavatam says is the whole purpose of everything is Ante Narayana Smritihi. At the time of departure, you should think about Bhagavan Narayana. Now, which is very hard to think. So that's why it says Karma Vasana Samye. If you get that opportunity, then imagine this Virat form of the Bhagavan. And like I said earlier in the class, you don't have to worry about is the nails of Bhagavan the elephants or the nails something else. No, the point is the entire world is inside of him. That's what you have to imagine. So every part of the world that you put it inside of him and say you are the overall supreme person. Everything resides in you. So that is whoever does it, that is absolutely important to do in any of those things. And you should meditate on that form of Bhagavan. He's saying, oh, this Virat form of Bhagavan, please eradicate all the ailments I have. Idrug Jaganmaya Vapus Tava Karma Bhajam, Karmavasana Samaye Smaraniyamahuhu Tasyantaratma Vapushe Bimalatmane Te, Vatalayadhipa Namostu Nirundhi Rogan. Idrak Jaganmaya Vapustava Karma Bhajam Karma Vasana Samaye Smaraniyamahuhu Tasyantaratma Vapushe Bimalatmane Te Vatalayadhipa Namostu Nirundhi Rogan.
Idra Jaganmaya Vapustava Karma Bhajam Karma Vasana Samaye Smariniyamahu Tasyantaratma Vapushe Vimalatmanete Vatalayadhipa Namostu Nirundhirogan. One more time. Idra Jaganmaya Vapustava Karma Bhajam Karma Vasana Samaye Smaraniyamahu Tasyantaratma Vapushe Vimalatmanete Vatalayadipa Namostu Nirundhirogan.
Idrik Jaganmaya Vapustava Karma Bhajam Karma Vasana Samaye Smaraniyamahu तस्यान्तरात्मवपुषे विमलात्मने ते वातालयाधिपनमोऽस्तु निरुन्धिरोगान् ईदृग्जगन्मय वपुस्तव कर्मभाजां वसानं समये स्मरणीयमाहुः तस्यान्तरात्मवपुषे विमलात्मने ते वातालयाधिपनमोऽस्तु निरुन्धिरोगान्.
Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Like I said, thank you all for joining. Long weekend. I didn't want to cancel if people are able to join, but looks like most people could not join even after the poll. So we'll end the class here today, and the next class we'll continue with Dashakam 7. Okay. Om Sandhranandhavabodhatmakamanupamittam kaladeshavadibhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam nigamashatasahasrena nirbhasyamanam aspashtam drishtamatren punarurupurushartatmakam brahmatattvam tattavad sakshat gurupavanapure hanta bhagyam jananam kahena vacha manasendriyerva बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. Thank you, everyone. See you all next class.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.